How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Manga Panel Podcast. Today we're covering issue 42 of Weekly Shonen Jump. As you may notice, there's only 3 of us today. Key is away. He's moving to a different state, so best wishes to Key. It might just be us 3 for the next 2 weeks until he gets back. Yeah, L moving. L. But we've got an interesting issue this week. Before we jump in, Bo, you want to kick us off? What was your favorite chapter this week?
Oh my god. I think some series had really good chapters. I think some series had pretty awful chapters, which we'll get to.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give it to Ginka Glüna. I don't care anymore, bro. I'm all in.
I
am all fucking in on this shit.
Oh man,
I got the issue. That's why I said 41, because I was looking at this and I was like, oh, but no, yeah, this is the last week's issue. I had to get this. I'm feeling it, man. If not that, then One Piece, obviously. But Ginka Glüna, oh my god.
This was a tough issue. Like throwing Ginka Glüna into the mix, so many good ones. Trent,
the magazine finally feels alive again.
I'm going to do a curveball and not choose a favorite, but choose something that impressed me, which was Black Clover and Yozakura family impressed me. I think these chapters were played to their strengths really well, and maybe not my favorite this week, but definitely impressed me, and I was happy with it.
Yozakura had a good one.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, I think PPPPP has to be my favorite this week.
I had your guys' favorite color page in this one.
Oh yeah, Kengo's assless chaps with the bunny legs. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh no, it did have the goated. 1 second. The Breakfast Club.
Color page also. So sick. That's such a sick
it is
color page.
One of the best color pages. Of recent memory.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, PPP for sure. I think that was a really sick one.
It's definitely in its PP peak right now, I think.
Yeah, and I think
the series is really
climax too. Like it just feels so intense.
I think it's faster than we might maybe even think.
Yeah.
You want to run us down the rankings though?
But yeah, we'll run through the rankings. One Piece had lead color this week, 1060. Holy shit.
Also, big spoiler on the cover.
Well,
if you didn't know about Gear 5,
now you do. Now you do.
Yeah. They can only hide it away for so long.
Number 2, and essentially number 1, is Blue Box with Chapter 69. Oh boy. Then My Hero Academia. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck happened there, man?
Elusive Samurai at 4th. 5th, me and Roboco. God damn it. Ginka and Luna at 6th with a color page. 2nd chapter always has color. 7, Yozakura family. What the fuck? Why? What are you doing up there? Get out of here. 8 with Witch Watch. 9 with PPPP. 10 with Tokyo Demon Bride Story. 11 with Akane-banashi. 12 Sakamoto Days. 13 Mashle Magic and Muscles. 14 Black Clover. 15 Undead Unluck. 16 a One Shot. 17 High School Family Kokosei. 18 Super Smartphone, which is just barely edging out. 19 Aliens Area, which we'll jump in and talk about Aliens Area. Also my very biased interpretation of the rankings, by the way. But yeah, Aliens Area.
Well, I mean, I'm just happy Super Smartphone's above it.
Even though we'll get to that.
It doesn't really matter. We'll get to that, but I think this chapter continues in the positive upswing that Aliens Area has been in. I'm always scared though, because like they introduced like 8 new characters, and that's just it feels like Aliens Area hasn't done really anything with any of its characters aside from Shiraku, and we got introduced to the other people within his division, and we haven't really seen them at all. So now we're getting another new group of people. So I'm just like, eh.
I don't see. I actually didn't take this as like it's important to me. Like, I don't think these characters are going to be immediately important. I think just for these sequences because they're like a board of information. Like, and I think it's kind of like a Yakuza.
They're going to go away for a while.
Like, they're going to be gone for a while. And it's just, so you have a group of different opinions and thoughts when these guys are talking. Which, the story, and like, it was practically pure politics, essentially.
Yeah, politics.
And it was a good chapter. It was a good chapter. It was better than Hunter x Hunter.
It was. To be fair.
Leaps and bounds. And we're getting some really interesting backstory on Tatsunami here. Tatsunami. Which is just really interesting. I guess his parents were part of A3.
Or they may have been.
Or might have been connected to it. And
hear his story next week.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll hear all about it, but I guess the parents implanted like the alien.
They're involved
powers,
regardless,
They're
which is
involved.
interesting. Which is cool. I like that.
Which is neat. But
So with that, do you think this is setting up the end? Because we'll talk about that soon, but
I think it's too
I
early.
don't think so. I don't
it's too
think
early.
so. I am starting to think the aliens area might stick around for another, like, past another.
I think
meeting.
it might make it through the next serialization.
if it does, I'd be surprised. But because I don't know, I think they've been on a roll with doing 2 in every serialization meeting.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
not saying only one thing's gonna get canceled. Don't get me
okay.
wrong. I just think for some reason feel like they might just give this.
I feel like something might end too. Like really, something's set to probably end
PPP.
really soon. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I guess
Undead
they
Unluck.
because if the meeting's in like what, a month and a half, 2 months, I think
Yeah.
PPP could wrap up in 8 chapters.
And I think as well as Undead Unluck is supposed to be on its final arc, which could be anytime soon.
Right.
But yeah, like this is interesting. I think we're almost getting more into like more can happen rather than it's gonna end soon. I mean, either it can go either way. We'll find out soon enough because some series do get canceled within 18 chapters. This could be one of them.
If this is setting up the end, it already feels a little bit more elegant than Duran.
Yeah.
Dude, the moment they introduced that little, like, I don't even know what they were at the end of Duran, you knew it immediately.
Yeah.
It was not subtle.
The captains are
like the whole squad and like the main guy. And then they set up the premise of them taking away the bad. Yeah, like it was very apparent. That
also, I mean, like speaking of not being subtle, Super Smartphone also crazy. At the top of Viz, like when you go through all the chapters, it was at the top, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
And I looked at the rankings, so I'm like, "You're just fucking with me." But this is ending.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right away.
No.
Dude, it sucks too because this chapter was actually pretty good.
This chapter was amazing.
I love because
really good.
One of my criticisms, I don't know if I said it last week, but one of my issues with these 2 new characters was that they didn't really do much with the girl, and then they did a lot with the girl this chapter. And I was like, oh, I love her.
And the art was gorgeous. Like it looked
when she's singing, dude. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Hugh singing his heart out, but he's obviously a shitty singer.
I like how he immediately called himself for being out off key. Yeah. But and then people's phones started exploding at the end. This year,
the fated individual who will save the planet is Anichiro. I saw that and I was like, yep.
Yeah, they're definitely introducing the like owners of the super smartphones. They're not the owners, but like the
gods.
The creators is the better word. Their eyes start glowing and like everyone's phone around them starts exploding. It's like, man, you know when superpowers get introduced to super smartphone, it's not looking good.
It sucks because this is literally the first thing that's ever felt sloppy in the series to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is the first instance of something I was like, I don't get
this. And that's how you know it's ending. It's like, they're doing something really sloppy because they're
like obviously he must have had an idea in this kind of like a Redhead situation where this was gonna make sense in 100 chapters.
Not
chapter 19.
Yeah,
not 19.
Not in. Especially this happening right when Q's meeting this group for the first time and like finally gaining their trust. I think it's
such a weird spot to do it in.
Right.
Because you would think this chapter would be entirely dedicated to them getting together and bonding, but no, they're ending it right away, which just sucks. I mean, like,
this one hurts.
I think this is probably easily the first series that I've read while being caught up with Jump that I'm like, ouch, because it's actually really good.
Well, see, that's the thing. I just don't understand it. I understand Red Hood and Aishimon and all the others. I understand that. I don't understand this. What the hell?
I just like. I guess it's just not what people want to be reading right now, which is crazy because I think the quality and the characters and the storytelling is on par and better with a lot of things in the magazine.
Yeah.
This, like, just from what I've read out of Undead Unluck or like Aliens Area or PPP, like this should be edging those out, easy. Fucking hell, even like something like Mashle, especially in its early days. If this popped up in a serialization with like Mashle, I think this would have outweighed it or something. Or would have still
early Mashle was nowhere near as good as it is now. Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think maybe it just got a bad role, which just
what was this serialized with, or was this by itself?
It was by itself actually.
Yeah, it was by itself, but it was a little bit after I think Akane and Earth Trout.
Yeah, and then like a few weeks later, Shugamaru ended. Oh, and like that's when Alien's area and
Yeah.
what was the other one? What was the other one? Oh, Ruby Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rest in peace.
oh man, that hurts.
I don't know, man. It's just sad to see a genuinely really good series just end. Like, I don't know if maybe Jump Plus would have been the right move for this, because like I'm a huge Death Note fan, and I know we compare the series to Death Note all the time, but like we do that for a reason.
It stands on its
and,
own.
and it's still good, right?
Yeah.
Death Note is entirely unique, and like I don't think most series like Future Diary, and I haven't finished Platinum End, but like that shit doesn't even come close.
No.
I think this series is good enough to stand on its own next to Death Note.
Yeah.
Which is
and it feels even more shonen than Death Note did, which is great for the magazine. But
is it Q? Do people not like Q? Is that it?
Maybe.
I feel like that might be it.
I really like you though.
Me too.
Like I don't get it. I think he's a really well written character. And like Mora was a really well written character.
That was awesome. He was great.
And it was like that whole arc was amazing. It's really confusing.
Japan, man.
It's always exciting. Like it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna really quickly jump into High School Family Kokosei.
I agree.
This has not been funny in quite some time.
No, this whole student council arc has not been good.
No, it's not funny. I mean, like, they're developing characters, but it's not funny. Put some jokes in there. Put some bangers in there.
No. Oh, the other two gag series didn't fare well either.
No.
This week. Neither of them did.
Rough week for comedians.
Yeah. They were too scared to make jokes this week.
Yep.
A lot happening in the world. Can't be funny right now.
They can't be funny because Twitch streamers are getting outed right now. That's the real problem. Twitch streamers are going down, and it's not time.
See, wouldn't that be awesome though if Roboco had a chapter about fucking Twitch gamblers? That'd be perfect.
I feel like that's something Witchwatch would actually do.
You're right, with their little YouTube channel.
Yeah.
A little YouTube channel that Nico and what's the name have?
Kanshi.
Yeah.
XQC and Roboco.
No. Finally.
But yeah, Undead Unluck's got like a giant man.
When does it not?
What are we supposed to do about this? And he's got like, I don't know, I think he's got like mold on him or something.
Yummy.
Or something. I don't know. He's not looking too good.
It's crazy because like I started rereading this to catch up, and then Aiden got me on 20th Century Boys, so I'm just sorry, Undead Unluck.
I guess while in Key's absence, I can say I did start reading Undead Unluck again. Didn't get super far, like 5-6 chapters, but I got past the point that I aggressively didn't like when I first read it, which was
the molestation humor.
Yeah, Andy's kind of rapey at the first 2 chapters.
Oh, it's awful. It's
a little rapey.
His little like first appearance is full dick out. Only being covered
that's
by
fine.
somebody else.
Well, no, that wasn't the bad part.
Which isn't that wasn't the bad part.
2 pages about him
it's
putting himself naked on top of him.
Yeah, that's the other part.
So then I finally got past that where Andy says, "I'm not a scumbag, trust me," and then you're like, "Okay, I'll trust you." So
it feels like a planned hook to get degenerates in. Like they knew they were gonna stop doing that. I feel like the author knew he was gonna stop immediately, but just for those first few chapters, he just wanted to like really reel it in.
Yeah.
Sorry, Key.
Yeah.
This is not a call out post. But yeah, so Undead Unluck chapter 127, big man, but not the Splatoon character. You know what I'm talking about.
He can never be.
Take it away with Black Clover. You guys said it was good, unbelievable. So tell me why.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So following up on what we saw last time, where what is his name? Asta is in the Sun Kingdom, where Yami came from. We're following up on that. Yeah, he is in Wano. He's in the District 8 of Fire Force or whatever that's called.
Yeah.
But we meet Yami's sister, and she's almost like a polar opposite to Yami. But she's still likable because every single Black Clover side character is likable.
She's
unlike the main character. But she's really cool. They kind of this kind of reminded me of the first chapter, just kind of how it's like you're just dealing with a bandit, which is kind of like what every shonen battle manga does on its first chapter. So it kind of like brings these characters in and it kind of equates them to what you're familiar with, I guess, from the genre.
Right.
And then the cool looking eye patch man that's like the shogun of the area. He does it.
Pretty boy
He's just
Yami.
like, yeah, he's discount Yami, and he's also like Asta, and he doesn't have magic. Except it seems like he actually doesn't have magic instead of Asta cheating and actually having magic, despite not. But really cool characters. It makes me excited. It's almost like the world building that we've been asking for. And it's actual world building, and not just like, oh, demons exist. Let's fight 20 billion of them. Like, yay! So,
Right. We also don't know like where this is, do we? Like in the world.
oh, no idea.
That's also interesting because Black Clover has very much been. There's 4 kingdoms: Northeast, Southwest.
Yeah.
So nice to have like a new location. And you hit the nail on the head with the characters. I mean, literally every time they introduce a new character, it's always better than
Also,
Alpha.
what I was saying about world building. These people have scrolls instead of grimoires, so it's not a book, it's a scroll. And then Yami's sister also has dark magic or something similar to it. It's just a lot of interesting things that make you think of previous parts of the story and like even Yami's character, which is a really awesome character to think about in like a different light almost. So I love when shonen do that. One Piece is really good at it. It's why it's the GOAT. Black Clover kind of tapping into Oda's genius a little bit. But
I wish he were here because this whole land, and you mentioning like the scrolls that they use instead of grimoires, it kind of reminds me of Burn the Witch, because Burn the Witch takes place, I think, in like the East Soul Society, and they call it like the Hollows dragons and stuff. Like it's very much the same world, just like a different take on
subsect of it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, super interesting stuff. I want to see what what's her name, Ichika? Isn't that literally?
Yes.
I think that's the name of Rukia's child. Anyway, which is also funny. I want to see what this new power is. She's doing some weird like light stuff on her face. Obviously, this is what Os is going to be training, and you know.
Yeah, we definitely now understand what Os is going to do to get stronger, and it's training with these people. Which I mean, it was kind of obvious before, but now we kind of have an idea of what power he's going to learn.
He's gonna look sick with these little lights on him.
Yeah,
he better anyway.
But. He better, yeah. But I think that's about all we have to say about Black Clover.
Yeah, it was a good chapter.
Mashle, the Better Magic series. Let's go.
Yeah.
And it probably is. It probably is.
Dude,
Black Clover has better characters.
Good start to the fight.
I agree.
It's hard to follow up the past 3 chapters.
It is really tough because this character to us does not matter as much, which I think they should have fluffed it with him in the middle and then ended it with either Finn and his brother or Dot and Lance. I think that would have been much better, but that's fine because you know what this is building up for. After this comes the god.
The god himself.
The goat.
Yeah.
God,
I think what you said is completely right. They should have put this in the middle.
Yeah. But it's fine. I'm not hurt by it anyways.
Yeah. It's cool. Once again, always good art.
Does this guy make you think of Harry Potter? Like, he gives me Harry Potter vibes if Harry Potter was like...
Oh, yeah. And had the little, pea shooter eyes.
Fucking, he takes off his glasses.
Testicle eyes.
I'm usually not a huge fan of that joke, just because it's such a common joke to make. But I think it just went to a new height that I haven't seen before.
It was funny because he's so serious, and then he goes, "Is there something on my face?" That's what sold me on it. And the guy goes, "Moving on."
Butt cheeks for eyes.
He's just staring at him like,
"What the hell, bro?" Moving on. And then I thought this Jester dude's ability was like the Clockwork Machine reminded me of the I can't remember it's the clock from Kirby. It was what it reminded me of, and I thought that design was so sick. It's from Milky Way Wishes.
Thank you.
I don't know what it's called, but that.
Yeah.
Which I thought was a really cool design. And it was just cool. I think a lot of the art with the sand, especially page 12, looked crazy. And then just some cool paneling. Like the last 2 pages were super cool with him laughing, and then he goes, "Poor thing, allow me to kill you to set you free." There's just some like it was just well written. It was a good fight chapter. The art was sick. And
Mashle knows how to write a badass.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we were super big fans of this guy before this chapter, but I'm definitely like getting
I like
on his
him a lot
boat.
more.
I'm sure this fight will make us big fans.
Yeah.
Oh, and the line, "I've had enough of your game," saying this to a jester, and he goes, "I've heard that one before." I thought that was funny.
That was good. That was good.
That was a good one. Which wasn't too crazy, but I liked it a lot. It kept things simple. It was cute. It was a cute little Mashle chapter.
Let's talk about this cute little Sakamoto Days chapter.
This
with
one,
a cute, really cute, like not chibi. But
They've been
like
doing this though.
Simplistic art of like the bad guys. It's really cool cover page.
I think it's a funny way to show off the bad guys.
Yeah.
Club Jam.
I did forget
Carolina
that there's a
Reaper.
motherfucker's name that's called Carolina Reaper, and he has a pepper hat.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know Slur's name was Uzuki until now. So
me neither. So that's funny.
yeah, but holy shit! Starting off this fucking chapter with crazy ass fight. Holy.
I fucking love Shin, dude.
Shin is so cool.
Anytime he does anything, it's just so good.
He's easily my favorite character in Jump.
Also,
I love this man so much.
The art of the old teacher lady's face after he like almost gets a punch on her is like
crazy.
Just crazy. Like,
well, she says in this chapter, she's like, I almost forgot. I got carried away and I nearly and it's to that same panel. I nearly got carried away and killed them.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy.
She's about to cry.
She's so proud of him now.
Yeah,
yeah.
I like that she toasted what she said to Shin, which was that your kind dies young because he was using the gloves, which I like. I thought the gloves were kind of sick, but I like it. What she said.
I did think they were. I felt like the gloves were like a cop out. I thought they were cool, but I was like, man, this isn't Shin.
But she's telling him. She's basically telling him to grow on his own.
Also, way cooler thing for him to do is instead of just using the glove to read the future to use the glove, is to read his opponent's movement so that he can use their like power against them.
Yeah.
So, and we already see like a demonstration of that with how hard she's able to throw Shin based on how strong he was about to punch her. Yeah. So Shin's getting better and better. I can't wait to fucking see this dude animated.
Dude, it'll be great. My God. Especially when he like first learns to see into the future. Like that'll be fucking insane. Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah, and then obviously we got like we kind of see her poke through to Akira's potential. Also, improvements that Seba might get with maybe concealing his sound and presence. I thought it was a cool chapter, kind of see where these characters can go from here, and then we finally find out the database, which is
it's such a cool reveal.
Fucking awesome.
Never would have expected this either.
No.
It's such a good twist. Like
it is.
Man.
And then it makes perfect sense when he's like, "Oh, like I know exactly how many times I've hit you on the head," and then it's just like the shit he would say.
Right.
I like how we're gushing about this chapter, and we've only talked about like the first 10 pages.
Yeah,
that's how much happened in this chapter. This chapter was just—it was literally two chapters in one.
It's so good. And then what did scare me from this chapter is that I'm worried.
Explain the twist so that the viewer.
Oh yeah.
No. So the twist is the janitor that we saw a couple chapters ago, which we knew had a photographic memory because he recognized Sakamoto.
Yeah.
He's the database. He's able to remember so much. He has a photographic memory, so he just remembers everything for the JCC.
Yeah.
JCC.
And it's like so well written because like he'll say
he'll just say shit here and there that shows how much he remembers and how good he is at doing it.
But it's all subtle though.
It's all really subtle because he hits his grandson on the head, which is cool because shows very similar lines. Amane goes, "That's 782 times you've hit me on the head."
Oh yeah.
And he goes, the database says, "You mean 783 times?" I thought that was, and I didn't catch on immediately, but like obviously you kind of know. And then he said another number that was just like way too specific, and I was like, "No, I fucking know."
38,764 students.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Mane is the grandson of the database.
Yeah.
So there's that.
And
It's crazy.
what I am worried about is he said, I'll do it on one condition. Promise me you don't hurt the teachers and the students. So I'm scared he'll try to fight his grandpa.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's
You're right.
It's kind of where I see this going, is that they're like, yeah, we won't kill teachers and students, but we'll kill the janitor. That is the database. And then Amane, that's probably when the Amane will step in, because I don't think Amane would let his grandpa die. He seems good at heart.
Yeah.
And I think they've already hinted at that. So this kind of side story is like really interesting. It's really well written.
Yeah.
And because all of Sakamoto is really well written, there's not a bad part of it at all. So
it also feels like a better training arc than the training arc we had on the plane. So
Yeah, that arc was busted. I don't know what you're talking
that but this as far as the characters
Is in terms of in terms of this being like an actual training arc, sure, I can see that. But.
No, I've never since like chapter 15, I've never had a moment in Sakamoto Days where I don't think it's fucking peak.
Chapter
that is
1, bro.
true.
The first few like are kind of like, but then after the amusement park arc, it really finds its footing.
Yeah, amusement park was okay.
Yeah, definitely just goes up from there.
Right.
Another one I'm really surprised to be talking about so low, but it's not like it's in a bad place, is Akane-banashi.
We did just end an arc. So.
We did just end an arc.
Yeah.
And a crazy one like that. Nothing... I mean, like, nothing too insane to just pull from this chapter, but a really nice, like, sit-down talk with...
almost like a resolution to the arc we just had.
Yeah. What's her profession called?
Shiguma.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. I was gonna say Arakawa, but that's the other guy. That's the important one.
That's the big meanie.
We get some more insight into the mind of her father and as to why he left the school, which was nice. I like that a lot, actually.
I like how they're building up this mystery of like where he is and what he's doing. Kinda.
He's just like working.
He's just doing a job, but like obviously, I'm sure. Yeah, but like they haven't shown him since that flashback, right?
That's true.
So like
Not
obviously
even
there's gonna be a moment where like Akane talks to him, and that's gonna be awesome.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
The moment he shows up to see her win.
Yes. Oh, that could even be a moment where she fucks up. She sees him in the crowd at a performance at her Shinichi promotion exam, and she fucking gets nervous. That could totally happen because that's obviously her next goal now.
But now she's trending on Twitter with
that is
380.
Yes. They're not expecting to go this route. I like this a lot. She's famous.
Yeah.
Hype. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Do you think these new girls that are at her school, like they said their names, so that's kind of weird. Do you think they're gonna be like actual characters?
I think just like your school friends. Probably not like super important.
Every once in a while in the background.
Yeah, when she's at school.
They're the ones with the social media.
Yeah.
So that's all they're there for.
Maybe
it was a good chapter.
They're there to shove a phone in your face.
Yeah.
You're trending on Twitter.
Monthly Rokugo.
Yeah,
is that a real Twitter account?
We should look it up and see if it's real.
Is that all? Is that all for that chapter? Because
pretty much
we have a very surprising chapter 3. Tokyo Demon Bride is already at number 10, which
not like actually ranked.
The Twitter account is not real. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I also looked.
Well, it's not ranked, but I don't know. I feel like stuff that's good stays near the top during the first 2 chapters.
I know Aliens area didn't slip below 10, and I don't think Enduro Dragon did either.
Yeah.
Before it got ranked.
Stuff that has like a lot of promise and like is really good is shoved in the front of the magazine until like chapter 5.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. I keep forgetting that this is existing. It's not bad, but it's not a good thing that I keep forgetting that it exists. It is, especially when Ginka and Luna came. Like,
no, I think Ginka and Luna actually maybe even hurt the series more than it already would have been.
Face.
Yeah, it's not even close.
Because like, this one was like, oh, this might be good. Ginka and Luna's like, this is fucking spectacular. But like, it's got some cool paneling, some cute little things happen here and there. She keeps kicking monsters. Okay.
I think it's also a case of everything that it does good, something else does it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, the characters are really likable, but like maybe something like Yozakura or Like almost all of the shonen battle manga do that better. Action shonen battle manga have it be like Sakamoto, especially, and like
Yeah.
Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff like that.
That's a good. It's like a
Comedy. I guess. I mean, if High School Family sucks and so does Roboco, then maybe comedy just sucks in Weekly Shonen Jump, anyways.
especially this week.
But I think that's what it boils down to. It's like almost the opposite of Super Smartphone, where it's like maybe Super Smartphone isn't what people want, and then Tokyo Demon is what people want but not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I don't know. It just doesn't.
I mean, this is really early to talk about, but I just this is something where I'm already like, how long is this lasting in the magazine?
Yeah, I just don't, especially not with Ginka and Luna coming in, and Aliens Area doing story. Like I don't see that a Monster of the Week battle shonen will survive. I don't think that'll happen.
Right, and that's what they're setting it up as.
And that's what it seems like it's gonna be. Like series that would now do Monster of the Week or like Problem of the Week, they have something going for them, especially if it's focusing on like it's clearly leaning into battle with a cute girl. That's what it's. I feel like it's demographic.
And like comedy, comedy battle
with
cute
girl. Yeah.
Which if I'm supposed to be laughing, bro.
Well, I mean, they kind of teased something a little bit more serious with her backstory. That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Complicated. So we don't get to see that right now.
I obviously chapter 3. We'll see how it goes. But
I hope it pulls itself up. I don't want any series to really die, but
I don't want this to leave the magazine. I'm not. You have to be really bad for me to feel that way.
Right now, I'm just kind of like whatever.
I'm just looking at it, and I'm just like
really complacent with this.
Right. I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking this is something that doesn't stay in the magazine long. But
yeah.
I thought that about Undead Unluck, so.
Right now, 3 chapters in. If I had to choose between this getting to chapter 15 and Aliens Area getting an extra 8 chapters to really flesh itself out, I would choose Aliens Area.
Yeah.
Personally, because these characters didn't have a strong enough first impression. I know only 3 chapters that could obviously change, but raw first impression, I'm just like,
for sure.
Especially when Ginka and Luna fucking has slammed it out of the park.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. It was a tough one. It was a tough act to be behind. So
yeah.
But let's talk about PPP.
Awesome.
All right, Aiden, you're the only person that understood the chapter. Talk about it.
It was a fucking gorgeous chapter. Like Jesus, probably one of the prettiest color pages I've seen in a long time. Like that is stunning. Like, and it just like. It meant like it means a lot. Like there's a lot behind it, and then the double spread color page with Lucky, his inner ego, and Sorachika, and what is it? Is it Fanta? It's Fanta, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was just really pretty. This chapter, again with the clouds, like holy smokes. Basically, my interpretation of the chapter, and correct me if you got something different from it, I believe this is Lucky having a conversation with his inner ego and the self that he could have been if he was if he stayed with the family.
He could have been a stuck-up prick.
He could have been a stuck-up, egotistical prick. But like essentially 2 versions of Lucky exist because he was kind of fostered under his mother's love and wasn't that egotistical musician mastermind
like his other siblings.
It
got shut away, got sealed away.
Yeah.
By his upbringing.
And I think that's where he's saying, let me finally take control of this body, because he wants that egotistical musician side to come out to play against Fanta, which like kind of makes sense. Like I hear what it's putting down here.
This chapter also hints that, or not hints, but there's a line where it says, only his father witnessed the genius that Lucky had as a child. But it's kind of weird to say that because he's like a couple pages earlier, he's like, I'm Lucky that's like 5 months old. So it's like, it's not like this 5-month-old baby just fucking jamming all the keys and the dad's like, holy shit.
Man. It must have been me.
Holy shit! This 5-month-old baby is like
He's just
absolutely
he's literally just
piano
crawling on the
career.
piano.
His dad's like,
Dad just
yo,
sitting there, he's smoking a cigarette. He's like, holy shit. Yeah, it was a beautiful chapter. I mean, it's weird because like I think the tournament arc has kind of dragged on a little bit, but now that we're reaching the climax, these especially last
I
chapter
feel
and
like
this
there's
chapter
a
have
lot
just
of
been
payoff with this.
yeah, it feels like it's finally deserved.
Also, reading this one with music went crazy. I listened to the second half of the song, and I ended on the perfect spot on the song. It was fucking nutty, bro.
It sucks. I had to read this during class, so I couldn't really do that.
I put in an AirPod and listened to it while I was in class.
Well, not all of us are rich and can afford them.
Yeah, not all of us have AirPods.
They're not even. They're
No, I'm kidding. I have AirPods.
I have knockoff AirPods. But yeah, no, it was a beautiful chapter. Very like self-reflective.
Yeah, it's very philosophical for sure.
Absolutely.
Can we talk about this dog shit chapter of Witch Watch?
Alright.
Listen, Aiden, I am on your side. I really like Witch Watch. The last chapter was fine with the fucking jeans, but this is bad. It wasn't meant to be translated.
No, it's like There. Well, okay. So
I'm sure the chapter's fine.
I read
but I
it.
don't fucking understand it.
I spent a lot of time reading it, and they keep like the Japanese like enunciation in, so I know what they're kind of getting at. But this is definitely like a.
It falls short for an American audience.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because they have to, because it's Japanese puns. So then, the joke isn't delivered to you. Because the only way puns are funny is that you go, "Oh, that was clever," and you realize it yourself.
You have to really think about it in this chapter.
Right. Well, you don't even have to think about it because if you don't know Japanese, you can't get the pun yourself. And then the joke is delivered to you by Nico or like Morihito going, "Oh, that's a pun because," and then they explain the pun to you.
Yeah, like.
So if you don't speak Japanese, it's literally 19 pages of a joke being explained to you.
Yeah.
So it's not
you
something
don't
that
get
should
the
have.
punchline.
Yeah. You don't get a punchline because it's destroyed by the joke being explained to you.
Okay, I did fucking laugh. Like, I had a good chuckle when it's like, oh, he has a girlfriend. Which that was fucking awesome.
Is. Yeah.
I thought that was at least a good punchline. Where I was like, if I was a Japanese kid right now, I'd probably be chuckling. Because I'd be taking Japanese lessons.
Yeah. It's definitely one that's ruined by not knowing or being Japanese. Which I won't call it bad because the joke's just not for me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I did get the croissant one where it was Kuro-san. I thought that was kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
Because that one was simple.
Well, I think that one,
it didn't have
that
to
one's
translate,
really in your face.
It didn't have to translate into a sentence. They had to translate into English. Because that's the issue right here. Because it's relating it to a like pastry, which relates to a Japanese word or sentence that has to then be translated to English, where it's being lost in 3 layers. Like,
hey, it still wasn't the worst gag chapter this week.
No, it was not. Holy fuck! Which is crazy. Which is crazy because there's 2 gag chapters involving food, and one is superiorly worse.
We'll get to that. We still have a few more to get to.
Oh god. But let's talk about Mission
Yozakura family. Playing to its strengths.
Holy fuck. Holy
Tayo
fuck.
and Tayo
actually said a sentence for the first time in 10 chapters.
True.
The first time in 10 chapters. Homie just been sitting there like,
well, these are some pretty cool bananas.
They be planting bombs in my family. That's Mission Yozakura family.
Damn in-laws.
Fucking in-laws be eating bombs.
I'm still like 30
dyeing
50
their
chapters.
hair.
I'm still like 50 chapters from catching up, but that sounds about right.
Yeah. But I think peak Mission Yozakura family is Tayo and Kyotaro.
Yeah.
And guess what this chapter is? It's Tayo, Kyotaro, and then a character that we've seen a little bit of, but he's really cool. And it's
I
the
also really
president.
liked his perspective because he's like, you're
So,
not
right.
a natural born spy like fucking dumbass Kyotaro. And so
Yeah.
he gives him that perspective from someone outside, and I thought that was actually awesome.
And it's also nice to see like a moment where he's like a teacher relating to his student almost.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like a really cool dynamic.
I did think it was a little weird that everything happened in one chapter. Like, it would have been fine if we had two. I would have been fine if we have two Tairo training chapters, because he's like, he pulls off one cool move, and it's like,
He does
okay,
have a new move.
he does pull off one cool move, and they're like, okay, you're ready to kill our father, and they're like, I was like, oh, okay, we're doing that. Okay.
I think
Yo.
he'll get better at it over the arc. Yozakura
Yeah.
family kind of
It will drag ass.
does stuff as it goes. So
Yeah, it will drag ass. So that's the good part.
Taiyo won't do anything for 10 chapters and then fight Momo and then have development during that fight.
Yeah,
But I don't know if there's any more.
don't know.
Mitsumi's in the chapter. She's never in the fucking
She-
comic book
she has,
anymore.
like, 3 words, 3 sentences maybe.
she has a couple text boxes.
Yeah, just a couple. I don't know. It's been a little weird with the balance for the series. Not saying
Yeah.
that I fucking hate it or anything. It's just that it was a little weird. But
It is all over the place.
It is definitely all over the place. But jumping into a series that is anything but Ginka and Luna.
I swear to God, if when
Comes
this
in.
ranks, when this starts ranking, if it's in the bottom half of the magazine, I'm fucking fighting.
Dude,
I swear to God.
We will fly to Japan personally, and we will just start sending in reader surveys, and we'll be talking to people and convincing. we'll be blackmailing Japanese.
This
people
is the
into-
second chapter, and I feel like I'm like 5 volumes in, bro.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. They literally
They have built the world so well.
They wrapped so much world building, so much storytelling into one chapter, 20 pages, and it felt like 10 chapters. I was
was great.
blown. I was blown. The information that you get just from this dragon and his history to everything. Also,
And it's not like an insignificant dragon. It's clearly
it's
important with
important.
Ginka's body parts or whatever.
Yep.
Also, Ginka, the dragon resurrected for 300 years ago. So Ginka knew of this dragon.
Yeah.
And, like, there's a whole thing where,
there's,
like,
lore
people are
already.
resurrecting. Yeah, people are resurrecting, like, evil entities using my body because
Yeah.
my body is so magically potent.
I just love how they've set up the storytelling already, because you have the characters have so much reason to do what they do. Ginka, his body parts are scattered all over the world, and he talks about their magical potency and how they're bad, because
It's kinda
obviously
like
it resurrected like a evil dragon. It's kind of like Golden Kamui with like the skin.
Yeah, the tattooed map that you have to cut someone's
Yeah.
body open to get. Yeah.
It's the same.
Exactly
it's the
like
same
that.
concept. It's like kind of your like typical RPG. You're going across the world for certain pieces of a thing, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's a
8
good
melodies.
formula. It works. Exactly. Peak example. And then you have Luna, who has lived in this mountain for her entire life and wants to experience the world. And she's going to get so much more and grow as a magician. She's going to get so much more out of exploring. So I think it's just really good drive immediately. And these characters, it's not like I'm like, why are they doing this? No, I know exactly why, and I want to see them succeed. And it's just right off the bat, being so sold on these characters is just perfect.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's been a while since we've had a character like Luna who's just like, I guess, just so genuine.
Yeah, that's how she feels.
Yeah.
She feels very candid and like open.
Like,
Female Luffy.
yeah.
Truly. Actually, that's a good example.
I didn't want to say Luffy because I already called Black Clover like One Piece and shit, but it really does feel like Luffy, where Luffy, you always have a good idea of what Luffy's thinking because he's just so clear and understood and understandable.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I was so happy when I saw a Fantastic Beast. Because my whole thing is I've been wanting a fucking fantasy series, and we haven't been getting that.
Dude.
So to see them doing these crazy, unique monster designs, I'm so
like having the
Yeah.
flower dragon is like a trick, and then not just that,
Yes.
but then we get this crazy like lizard dragon with like the fucking the face stealer kind of thing from Avatar. That shit was crazy when you see all the dead people.
Or even
then,
just the panel where she's thinking about flying this like dragon. That's
Yeah,
fucking
right.
awesome.
and then not just that, the fucking panel where she uses the magic, the ice
it's
dragon.
great.
Holy shit! This art goes insane.
This is the
Also,
second
that
chapter.
reminds me. The second chapter, Luna has a great line, which is, if you can use your magic, she's talking to the dragon, and she says to the dragon, like, if you can use your magic to do this and meet people, you can do so much more with your magic. Why not take full, like, I guess, like, full grasp of your potential? So
Yeah.
it's just like really great, really awesome, like thought-provoking lines coming from Luna already. It's a crazy fucking series.
I am
Yeah,
almost
chapter
worried it
two.
might be doing too much. A little bit. Obviously for us on a manga
is-
podcast, we're fucking into it. But
Yeah.
I almost
Yeah.
do worry, like almost like a Red Hood, people in Japan picking up an issue, they're just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
I am worried about that. So until we get our first rankings for this, I'm gonna be on.
Edge.
I
Yeah,
am
I'm
scared.
I'm
It
clenched right now.
almost feels too good to be true.
No, I'm. It's like it's that joke where like you you pick up a cat and you're like, all right, I'm not gonna be sad in 18 years when this
Right.
cat dies. You know. Obviously, I'm setting myself up for disappointment. I know I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so scared.
Yeah,
This is
like
the most promising new series I think I've read
it's
in
crazy.
Jump.
We can talk about so much that just happened this chapter alone. Like they're like the crazy thing was like how they show like how they cut between moments perfectly and seamlessly, like with really good pacing. So it cuts from them fighting the dragon, Ginka picking up whatever we didn't know at the time, cuts to them in the restaurant, the guy talking about the dragon, she goes, the bad dragon gone, cuts back to right after they finish the dragon,
That was awesome.
him talk about his piece, and then we see a small little panel of the shopkeeper thanking them, and it is really, really well paced, and that is like fucking like 5 chapters worth of story rather than one paced
Here's
incredible.
what I want to say, and I don't entirely mean this as a slight to Tokyo Demon Bride story. A lesser manga would have been like, okay, we'll go kill the big bad, and then it would have taken 2 chapters, and then it's like, this is so well written.
That's so
Any other manga would have been like, okay, we'll go fight the bad for you. The bad was already taken care of
Yep.
in 1 chapter.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
It's crazy. Yeah, and I love how they keep ending these chapters with the shots of them like looking out at like a sunset or like kind of like it's just the adventure continues to grow. So I'm excited. I'm very excited with this series. I do hope. I have high hopes for it, and I think it has a bright future with it.
It better.
Something
Yeah.
that I wish didn't have a bright future.
Dude, this is probably the fucking worst chapter of Dude, what is the joke?
Chicken tendies. I'm not even joking.
Dude, it's so bad.
Okay,
it's
sorry.
actually
sorry,
bad.
Sorry. Boobs, then chicken tendies. That's the punchline.
Hooters. Is it Hooters chapter?
Yeah.
I will say they do kind of lean more into like the serious aspect with they have us a flashback to when Bondo's dad showed up, which is kind of crazy. They're really doing this.
Bondo's dad showed up at Hooters. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah. Roboco goes on a training arc, and then a dude
Fights
sees
tendies.
her as like weaker Roboco with her titties out. So that's the joke.
Took 17 pages to tell that joke.
Yep, and
What a
then
crazy
they
sentence.
followed up with Tendi Senpai showing up, a man dressed as chicken tendies, and then he gives them chicken tendies after they spar.
And then they cry while eating the chicken tendies because they're just that good.
This sounds hilarious. I don't know how you guys.
Dude, it's so fucking bad. I thought because I read Witch Watch first, I was like, oh, there's no way. Roboco sweep. Honestly, no, not even close.
Roboco sleep.
This is the one chance I think they had to have a funnier chapter than Witch Watch, and they completely fumbled it. Crazy.
Yeah, that was.
All right, let's talk about a chapter that did exactly what we said we didn't want it to do.
Yep.
What, jump around? I thought it
Yeah.
jumped around okay.
It actually,
That's
to be
fine.
fair,
I
it actually
didn't-
did fine.
I wasn't that bothered with it, and enough proceeded, so I was like, okay. But it's like,
Yeah.
you don't have to do this one piece. I mean,
It's not as bad as One Piece because it was just two things.
It's just 2 characters. But with when
Yeah.
you,
Right.
I obviously
It was done pretty well.
It was fair. It was fair. But it is like, it's like, actually no. Like, it was okay. It was, they show that one fight with, I cannot remember her name.
Anime Armor Man.
Yes, Anime Armor Man, and, I can't remember her name.
Angry, honor-bound guy.
No, I'm talking about the girl, whatever her name is.
Akaya, something. I have no idea.
Ayako?
Ayako, that's yeah.
They
That
show
sounds
her fight for 5 chapters, five panels, or 5 pages, sorry. 5 pages. And then they talk about the weapons. It's just like, okay, cute little history
lesson.
Cute little history weapon. Then, halfway through the chapter, I just noticed this, they do the title card for the chapter.
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was halfway through the
Page-
chapter.
page
Almost
10.
like in a shonen manga.
Page 10. They do the title card.
I was confused when I read that. I was like, wait, am I really only like
Must have not been paying
page 3?
attention.
And then they go to the fight with the guy with the crazy sword. Which was sick. Admittedly, how they decided to handle him was cool. But then again, you get to see 5 pages of it, and then it's next chapter.
I'm sure. Wait,
next chapter.
Who is the guy with the big sword fighting?
I think Aiko's dad.
He's fighting... Yes.
Oh, okay.
He's fighting Log Man.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I will say the joke of the anime armor dude
Yes.
is really good because he
It's
talks
so
about
funny.
how physical women drag you down
Yeah.
from reaching your highest ambitions. So it's better to just fantasize about fake 2D women,
I love this dude. It's so funny.
which is a
I have
joke.
no interest in real women. What a goat, bro.
Absolute Chad.
The panel of him like doing like the Yakuza squat with the sword and her
with
like
his fake
ghost.
waifu behind him.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
Man's a legend.
It's got a great sense of humor. But yeah, I'm excited to see. I also think it's funny that Tokiyuki's just getting so like fucking turned on, almost dying. It's so funny. It's
Never not awkward, but I still like.
It
it's
is.
so funny.
It does make me giggle a little. It's about as awkward as they kept making the guy from Assassination Classroom dressed as a girl consistently. But yeah, moving on. I'm literally just
Must we?
I'm literally just finishing the fight arc. This like the apparently it's before My Villain Academia. I just know everything.
Okay.
So apparently it's
so-
right. Like it's right. They just did the
Is that
like
Endeavor?
with Shinzo. No, it's when
Endeavor?
Shinzo's working with them.
Oh.
And,
Endeavor's after.
and Deku just pulled out the whips,
Black Whip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is immediately annoying because I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna do something cool. He's like, I'm too weak. I'm like,
No, it is actually really cool though.
he didn't even use it.
He does.
He okay, not in the
It is
fight,
a cool moment.
but he
I think you're downplaying how cool this moment is.
No, because it was hype. It was hype, and he's about to do it. He's gonna throw the fucking things that he grabbed with the whips, and then he drops the ability, and I'm like,
Yeah. I think
they built it up.
I don't
and
think
then
that
they
matters
kicked me in
because
teeth.
the panel of him exploding with Black Whip
was sick.
is way too cool for me to care, and it makes I think it makes
Okay,
story sense because
No.
then you
I'm with you here.
then
I'm
you
with you here.
expect Deku to train on it.
Horikoshi the goat did some like the goat at art. Let's say that. I'm not praising his story abilities.
Credit where credit is due. He has good
He
art.
has good art. That was sick. That was sick as fuck. But he still writes Deku like a giant pussy. Like Deku doesn't do shit, man. Ever. Like he's getting he takes 3 steps forward and then he takes 10 backwards.
But those 3 steps forward are awesome when he does take them.
I don't.
Yeah, the 3 steps forward are normally like, I'm not gonna cry today, as he like looks into the mirror and then he sees Bakugo and he starts crying.
This is a tear in his eye. I'm not gonna cry today.
I only get 2 tears out.
Only 2 tears can drop from my eyes per eye per minute.
All right.
But
I don't
anyway,
know. Do you care about spoilers, Aiden? I don't think you do at this point.
not really.
All right.
I'll just read and zone you guys out. Enjoy. I hope it's been better, but it probably hasn't been.
Well, it shouldn't be in number 3. I can tell you
It
that
should
much.
not be number 3. That is. For
I will
sure.
say, so I think people's big issue with this chapter is Mirio's fucking full moon. I don't really mind it that much, to be completely honest. It's not like this is the wrong time. He pulled a fucking Naruto Kaguya, the sexy jutsu.
He had his ass
during
out.
the final war.
Let's go. That's the best part of his ability.
Full moon Shigaraki.
I will say that moment being the result of a flashback to Night Eye is disappointing.
That is true.
He flashback to Night Eye. I was like, dude, it's Mirio, sickest character, Night Eye, second sickest character. They're flashback into Night Eye. It's gonna be the sickest thing, and then it's just like, oh, ass. I'm like,
it definitely downplays Mirio's ranking as one of the best characters in the series.
He downplays Night Eye and Mirio.
Yeah, it is a little disrespectful. I'm not going to deny that it's funny, though. It is funny.
We do, talking about Horikoshi's goated art, we do get cool Deku full page Black Whip slingshot.
Finally! Deku been MIA for
here.
20 chapters. Longer, actually, I think.
I will say, what's the bad guy's name? I can't remember anymore.
Shigaraki.
I will say Shigaraki's new form makes sense.
It does.
And is cool.
This chapter is better than the past couple, I would say.
Right. This chapter actually doesn't actively piss me off. So.
You know why? Because they didn't mention Bakugo, I think. I just realized, I think that is why.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's
Oh damn, I forgot.
Huh.
The zoom in on Shigaraki and Deku's face is really cool.
Yeah. Horikoshi art, we never diss this. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah, he draws them high schooler butts really well too.
That is true. Full moon rising at night.
But I don't have much else to say. My
hero
not
in the last few, but well,
as bad.
Yeah, that's definitely should not be number 3. I really want to know, like, because you would think I know Japan loves the heroes more than the villains. Like that's why they fucking butchered My Villain Academia in the anime. Yeah. I wonder why it ranks so low. Then you would think they'd be happy that Bakugo fucking magically resurrected. You think the readers would have been like, oh yeah, he's back. I don't know. It's a little interesting that it bounced back so fast. I thought it would at least be middling.
Yeah, I thought it would have to earn itself back at the top.
Nah, it gets spoon-fed its number 3 spot.
But yeah.
I'm sure Jump Shueisha was like, oh, Horikoshi's just having a tough week.
They slapped him on his riff.
We'll give him the spot.
Yeah, it's okay. Little Horikoshi.
It's my hero. We know it's a good series. Yeah, I have nothing else to say.
It does make them money, so.
It does make them a lot of money. So it really goes against what they do to put it in the back of the magazine, even if it ranks low. at this point. Because it's my hero. People buy the magazine for that shit. Anyway, let's talk about a good series.
So
Blue Box. Blue Box.
This chapter, if it wasn't for PPP, I would have said this is my favorite chapter this week. Hands down. Because, oh my god, it made the little demon inside me blush and then come as if a girl just touched my inner thigh. That was crazy. I was
weak sauce.
I was farming that one out in my brain, and it. Anyways, Blue Box.
Blue Box.
Blue Box, more like blue balled.
Chapter 69.
I got completely disproven. Ayame probably won't have anything to do with Inoda or Taiki.
But no, the opposite. The opposite.
Really?
She's gonna push Hina on Taiki even more.
Well, okay.
All right, but in terms of like her,
directly.
In terms of a three-way,
I am glad they didn't do that.
Three-way love triangle.
It would have been funny.
I'm
glad they didn't do that.
I actually do think IMA might have made it more complicated because her sister.
I think it's more.
Her sister described, I think, fucking Steph Curry.
And she tried to describe random generic basketball player. And
I
described an actual person that went to their high school.
who's any basketball heads? Who's number 30 on Oakland? Anyways, then she describes due to their high school, and she goes, "Oh my God, Chinatsu's hitting on this guy." Which I'm worried she'll try to set him up with Chinatsu.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I was worried about because she's already trying to do that with Hina and Taiki. So I was like, ah.
That panel was
And
so
then
funny
Taiki's
when
gonna see that and like cry and piss his
Yeah, you'll
pants.
cry and piss his pants.
yeah, that shit was so funny though when she was explaining to Ayami what the guy Chanase likes, and then the next page a fucking guy comes back from overseas. I was like, are you kidding me?
That's so funny.
Blue Box actually does have a lot of funny moments. Like,
It was.
Oh yeah.
just because of how ironic it is.
It is pretty good.
Ironic. I feel like the irony in Blue Box either immediately pisses you off or makes you chuckle.
I'm no Team Hina, but the moment where her like talking to Taiki and she blushes and Ayame catches it, I thought that was cute. And then her reaction to Ayame finding out, I was like, nice.
But the moment, cute,
very cute, and I like the moment that set me off. I was like, oh my god, was fucking Chinatsu having the plant, the cactus.
Oh, the fucking cactus.
I thought it was cute.
What cactus is that?
I don't know.
Is that? Oh, okay. I thought there was.
But
I
it
thought
did
I was
have.
missing something.
See, it did have the little sprout icon from whatever store she got it on. So that was what it implied, right? And I was like, oh shit.
It's a visual metaphor.
It's a visual metaphor that her love is for Taiki, which I thought was cute.
Yeah. I also like Hina's explanation to Ayame that like she just enjoys liking Taiki. She's not like super necessarily in a rush, kind of. She's just like, I enjoy this.
Yeah.
I like that.
She likes getting blue balled.
Yeah, she likes getting blue balled every week.
She misread the name of the manga and thought it was Blue Ball, not Blue Box.
Yeah. Didn't know what's going on here.
But yeah, it was a cute chapter. I don't know if there was anything else to say that we haven't already said.
Consistently always very good.
Always very good.
Also,
chapter 69, baby. You know,
Trent, you want us to give us an update on your One Piece reading?
Finish Punk Hazard, and
the ending was the best.
The ending is the best part of Punk Hazard. I actually really enjoyed the ending. Frankie has a fight after fighting Caesar, which was kind of weird. It just didn't feel like a need to be there, other than to introduce Doflamingo more, I guess. I don't know, but I feel like Doflamingo is already set up. But overall, Punk Hazard's probably my least favorite arc so far. Aside from like, oh, never mind, Long Land exists. So
that arc's peak. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That arc's fucking awesome.
Fuck Foxy.
No, Foxy's great.
You can't even joke about it. It's that fucking bad.
But Punk Hazard, second least favorite. It comes at a bad time too. I don't think it would be that bad if it didn't come out after Fishman. But got like 15 chapters into Dressrosa. So much is going on. So much. Zoro's doing his own thing. Sanji's doing his own thing. Luffy's doing his own thing. Frankie's doing his own thing. Usopp and Robin are doing their own thing. They were supposed to be with Law, but now Law is doing his own thing. It's like, oh, and then Nami, Robin, or sorry, not Robin. Nami, Brooke, and Chopper are then doing their own thing as well. There are 7 stories going on at the same time, and each chapter tries to cover like 6 of them. Please, just fucking do Luffy in the tournament, and then do Zoro trying to get his sword back.
This man's never watched Game of Thrones.
I haven't.
That's what every episode of Game of Thrones is like.
So, but Game of Thrones has 30 minutes. Worse. That's crazy. But anyways,
I'm saying it does more storylines per episode. That's what I'm saying. And an hour. Has an hour to be fair.
Yeah, but an hour. Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just feels slow. I'm really, and this sounds like I don't like Dressrosa. All 7 stories really awesome.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not disliking it.
It's
just like,
especially when you get
it's
into
so much
fight.
to keep. Yeah, it's so much to keep track of because you flip the page, it's a different character, and you're like, what is this motherfucker even doing again?
Because you have to remind yourself. Because
Right.
you're not.
And-
You're thinking about. Oh, what's Luffy? Oh, what's Zoro? Oh, what's Sun? Oh, what's... And it's just like...
It's also jarring.
It's literally like... It's like fucking whiplash is what it's like, actually.
It is jarring because Zoro... There's one that was especially bad. It was... Last time we saw Zoro was gambling. And all of them were together before they split up. and then he goes to run out after his sword. And then it cuts, without seeing him, it cuts straight to him having already found his sword and then talking to a fairy. Or maybe I just missed something. But if I missed something, that's at the fault of I'm keeping track of 7 stories at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I need to start taking notes?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but you would have met the most goated character of all time in One Piece now.
I don't think you
Law?
Fujitora?
Violet? Or I would have. Blind Man.
It's the fucking best character.
I haven't seen him do anything goated. All I've seen him do is drop a meteor on Law, Doflamingo, and himself.
He's the best character.
But
easily.
He seems sick.
Trying to give me that figure in Kinokuniya.
I was tempted, man.
But I think I'm done. I think I'm done talking about Dressrosa. Unless you have more to talk about it.
Finish Dressrosa, and then you can be on to the end of One Piece.
Give me 85 chapters to read, and then I'll finish Dressrosa.
Is it Zoe after Dressrosa?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Zoe's before...
Really damn, New World fucking sucks. No, I'm kidding.
It's Zoe.
Then Whole Cake.
Whole Cake. Then Revelry.
Yeah.
Reverie.
And then Wano.
You know what's fucked up? The fucking wiki. If there's an R, they use an L. So instead of Rogue Town, I think Logue Town first, which is just stupid.
Is this the bit because Zoro is solo? Is that a bit because of that?
I don't think it's a bit. I think it's people that think they're nuanced when they're translating, but actually they're just stupid. Because it's obviously Rogue Town. It's obviously Rogue Town. What else would it be?
Lodestar. It's obviously fucking Roadstar. All right, well,
talk about
take your headphones off because this is a crazy chapter. All right, Mr. One Piece hater.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Oda's good. Oda's good again. Except for he's gonna do dumb shit. Okay. We'll jump into it. Because then I'll talk about my.
Well, let's talk about the first half of the chapter before we get to the real shit. Well, even though both halves of the chapter are real shit.
Yeah.
I guess well, okay. So first of all, they find out about Sabo.
Yeah.
And Luffy's just like, Sabo wouldn't do that, and he's absolutely right. Which is hype.
I love Zoro being the mediator in this one.
No, I love that. He's just like, dude, Vivi can fucking handle herself.
Yeah. He's like,
I like that a lot.
He's like, remember what did you say when this happened to Ace? I thought that was ballin'.
And just seeing all the Straw Hats reactions. Chopper remembering her dad randomly. He was so kind to us.
Yeah.
And then they kind of just talk about like how the Cross Guild came apart. I also love. Wait, was it this chapter? Or am I tripping? Was it last chapter? It was this chapter. Robin's leading the newspaper, and she's like, "Hey, there's a lot more stuff in this. Do you want to hear it?" And Luffy's just like, "Nah, I don't want to. You don't want to overload me." I was like, "You motherfucker." That's all we want is just to see that whole newspaper. And then
he said, "I'll leave it to you. Just tell me if it's real bad."
Very Luffy like, I'll give it that.
Yeah.
And then, dude, they're gonna blue balls until the end of the series. They're gonna wait until the last chapter.
Dude, oh man, that double spread is crazy. I hate that we don't actually see what he says, and I think that's so frustrating. I made a dumb joke. It was like because it like I think all One Piece is like a huge journey, and it makes you want to feel like you're a part of the Straw Hats, you're a part of the crew. That definitely puts you outside of that box. It was like, damn, I feel boxed out. Like I'm not.
That's kind of been right. Like, I guess before it was okay because the other Straw Hats didn't know.
Yeah, but now
it's definitely. I'm okay with it just because I do think the series will end within 3 years, and
course.
we're gonna find out.
We are definitely finding out soon.
I don't think we even said what he did. He revealed his dream to all the Straw Hats.
He
beyond becoming the Pirate King. We learned a while ago that becoming the Pirate King was not really his main goal. Becoming Pirate King is a step into his main goal or his dream. So obviously Luffy's doing something else. Aiden, do you have this isn't really a discussion on the chapter. Do you have any idea what this could be? The most prominent one seems to be him going to the moon. I don't think that's going to be the case though because Eneru's there. My friend Tony had a way better idea. He might want to go to the sun, and I think that would make way more sense.
Yeah, that would be, especially now.
Yeah, exactly. Now that we know fucking sun god, Nika. So maybe, but and that's childish enough to where people would laugh at him and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, because their reactions are like, I love it, man. Like, I can't tell you that I know what it is. But
it has to be something ridiculous.
It has to be something obscene, but not like egotistical. Because
right, Nami's just like, what the fuck?
It does sound like you, is what she says. So
yeah,
but yeah, and then they kind of talk about what they got to do, and then the Sabo portion.
The Sabo portion. We get to see the Gorosei.
The Gorosei is like that. The
5 boys, the 5 government boys, who we thought was the main one, and then Ian is the true leader who shouldn't be on that throne.
Yeah.
Because that's what Sabo saw. He saw someone sitting on that throne, which is awesome. That's hype.
Yeah.
Kind of like almost like a little chilling. Like holy shit, he should not have seen that.
Yeah.
But then they have the Kingdom of Aleusha. Have they? Am I stupid? Have they mentioned Kingdom of Aleusha before?
Maybe in passing, probably like they
not
would have Wano before, but but it doesn't matter anyways because it never existed in the first place, and they blow up the whole fucking country.
Well, we learn that Eam has either. I'm assuming. Would this be one of the weapons? Which one? Not Pluton. Or is it Pluton?
No, because Pluton's.
Pluton's. Yeah.
I can't
remember
which
one. One of the weapons, unless he has one of the most broken devil fruit of all time. It's probably one of the weapons.
It's probably the weapons. Yeah.
We still don't get to see him. He's still in the shadows. I just want to know what this man looks like because his shadow is literally just like an egg shadow with like a point.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's his clothing, but also it'd be really funny if he just looks like that.
He just has he has pointy hair. His eyes look crazy.
Man's got Sharingan.
Yeah.
Also, tripping. Was Sabo in Aleusha?
Yeah. That is my interpretation.
Because he sees the explosion and he's like looking at it with
Yeah. No, I believe that he is in Aleusha and they just killed him. Because that's why they blew it up.
He's not.
They're not gonna kill him, but that's like they put him on an island and then they blow up the island. We'll see what happens.
They definitely think they killed him. But Oda don't be killing characters like that.
No, that's what I was like. That's what I was going
so
for. I took it as they were killing him. That was their intent.
That was their goal because he knows stuff he should not know.
Yeah.
Super crazy. Obviously, I mean, this is the first time we've seen Eam since chapter 906, I think. So it's been 4 years since we've seen Eam before Wano. Once again, just feels like Oda's actually wrapping the story up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We really are just finally delivering on things left and right now. Even just hints towards Luffy's dream is huge, even though we didn't get to see what it is.
Yeah.
And then Bonnie's back.
This was actually crazy because we don't know anything about Julie Bonnie.
No, and she's a baby now. She's a child. I don't know what happened with that, but
I think it's a part of her ability. Like she's
probably
like Momo if she's not eating a lot, she like changes her figure or something. I don't know. I don't actually know because we know nothing about this character. I'm excited because she'll probably be in like a law position, but way more short term where she rides with the crew for a little bit.
She's one of the. I think it's her and I forget the other guy's name, but there's 2 of the worst generation that we just know nothing about. Yeah, and she's one of them. So nice to finally have her on the ship, I guess.
That'll be interesting.
Good to see what she.
Yeah, it was a good setup for this chapter. I have qualms with the whole like ass pull with Sabo because we're not learning what happened at the Reverie, and then he's telling us more things, and we're not actually getting execution on those things, and then he's dying. They're blowing him up. So. Well.
It is weird because we're probably not going to see him for a long time now.
Yeah,
he's definitely not dead, but it will be a while before we see him. Yeah. Probably.
I am curious how he gets out of an entire island exploding. I'm very curious what Oda says for this one.
Who was with him? I forget her name. The one girl was with him.
I think it's Ivankov.
Ivankov was with him. Yeah. Looking for the panel.
Ivankov and his crew.
Dragon's not there though. Dragon's not there.
No. He was phoning Dragon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Ivankov and the one girl. I can't remember her name. So. Yeah, crazy chapter. A lot happening.
Absolutely
cool to see him
crazy
again.
Chapter.
Let's get this man back in here. Trent.
What's up?
Let's get him back in.
All right.
Just kicking things off.
Geek boss.
Immediately, look back. Got physical print by Fujimoto.
Fuck you.
This isn't news, boss.
I'm just saying, but now it's available in physical print.
Accidentally canceled my order for it, so I had it pre-ordered. Accidentally canceled it. Awesome, big Fujimoto guy.
Canceling his order.
I actually, on the subject of Fujimoto, Shonen Jump had a Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man like merch release, but the Demon Slayer one sucked and the Chainsaw Man was awesome.
Yeah.
So
I forgot that they did that. They announced that they were gonna do merch, and then they did that.
Also, I don't know if
merch already. Mine's in the mail. It's awesome.
Oh, you bought it?
Yeah.
Type.
$120 for poo PP colored sweatshirt.
we should probably do a video at some point talking about Chainsaw Man again, because I know you guys did chapter 98. We don't talk about the Jump Plus stuff on this podcast. I just want to say recent chapters fucking awesome.
Oh,
Chainsaw Man been busting.
Chainsaw Man Part 2. Fujimoto only gets better at writing.
No, it's insane. Literally, it's so clear you can just see his growth.
Yeah,
and everything he does. Every time it's better.
The art growth. I saw someone like compare two panels that were similar, but not because of art, but like because like a meme or something. Dude, I looked at the art and I just went, "Oh my god, this is the same fucking artist."
My girlfriend's reading Chainsaw Man Part 1 right now, and I'm just looking at the chapters and I'm like, "Huh, definitely looks not as good," and it still looks great. But like, he's grown so much over the course of 3 years.
The art in Chainsaw Man Part 1 is super rough, and what's crazy is I feel like the art in Fire Punch is almost better than Chainsaw Man Part 1. It's really weird.
Fire Punch wasn't weekly, was it?
It was.
It was weekly.
Yeah, oh, okay, never mind then.
You just set it to dick around a little. That's all.
The pipeline that Fujimoto has taken. Like Fire Punch had a really good concept. It just wasn't delivered the best. And then you get Chainsaw Man. And then you get Look Back and Goodbye Harry.
Yeah.
And then you get Chainsaw Man Part 2, which is just such a amalgamation of his craft. It's so well made.
Yeah.
It's
really having me creaming at the touch of a woman. And that woman is Fujimoto.
That's fair.
The fucking bit where he pays a girl to sit on, or she pays him to let him sit on him.
Yen.
Denzi's a fucking legend.
He is crazy.
And let's get into the news. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy. I think a cool piece of news is Chainsaw Man gets 12 ending songs per episode.
Yeah.
The fuck?
This anime is going to be crazy.
It's going to go insane. The new season is coming soon. We also get...
It's also going to be multiple cores, right?
Yeah.
They announced? Yeah.
I think, yeah. And then key visual for Jujutsu Kaisen Part 2, or Season 2.
Right.
Not showing, the one guy.
Showing old Gojo, or young Gojo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And young Seto? Right?
Geto.
Right.
Yeah. Hunter x Hunter Volume 37 is coming out.
Yes. So we finally have a release date for Hunter x Hunter Volume 7. 37. Again.
Clash Part 1, finally in print. Let's go.
Yeah. Nothing happens. Let's go, Togashi. I'm excited to see that he's still writing. He's getting them finished. So I actually believe soon enough we'll see it in Weekly Shonen Jump.
I think this is very telling of when we're going to see it. I think we're going to see it around the time this volume comes out.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense. Why would you not promote the volume when the new chapters are coming out?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to do it otherwise.
We'll probably get an announcement that the chapters. I think it was directly 4 years ago that it was.
It was it was November of 2018, I think. So this comes out November 2022. I think there's a good chance this comes out around November. The new chapters.
Cyberpunk anime came out and people like it. It's not bad.
Dude, I'm salty. No, dude, Aiden, we all had a chance to go fucking see it in the premiere. I didn't realize fucking Trigger made it.
I did definitely say that at some point, and it must not have.
I didn't realize.
Yeah.
I also didn't know
Trigger
one of my favorite bands that does the opening.
Franz Ferdinand did the.
Dude, I fucking love Franz Ferdinand.
It's awesome.
I'm so salty I didn't go see it. I got invited to a fucking. Oh my god.
Also, if you like Franz Ferdinand, you might like the Pixies, and they just released 4 new songs that are okay.
Okay.
They're pretty good.
The Pixies.
Oh, okay. It was back in. It was back in quite a few years ago, where when it returned, Hunter x Hunter returned in issue 43 of Jump. So that's next week's issue.
So it's coming back next week, right?
So it could be coming back next week.
Yeah. I'd say around November makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Because you would want to promote that with the volume, because that would drive volume sales like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jump readers too.
It's kind of a slow news week.
It was a little slow.
Oh, they're doing a PPP popularity poll. That's kind of cool.
That'll be interesting.
Are they?
To see which of the same characters are better.
Yeah, it is not a great series to do that for, I think.
I feel like it's kind of reminds me of Yozakura Family, where obviously the family members are going to be like the top 10. So it's like because they're the only characters.
PPP has 8 characters.
He doesn't have like 8 characters. It's just gonna. Actually, you know what?
The fucking
We haven't
mom's
really
in the top
seen
10.
two. We haven't really seen 2 of the siblings, so they might not. They might get beat out. So
Number 10, the mom we've seen twice.
Yeah, I can't think of a lot of new news off Dome.
There was a lot of Jump Festa stuff with like super
Yeah.
stages. Bleach is
Oh,
yeah,
announcement
Bleach
for
got a stage.
Yep.
yeah.
Pretty much everything else you expect got a stage. Yozakura didn't. I don't know what they're thinking.
As it should be. I don't know what they're thinking. Man. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty slow week in terms of news.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Film Rod got delayed in America.
it did.
Oh damn! Really?
To
November.
November 4th, I think.
It was
Actually.
supposed to be early October, so it's a month delay. Not a huge deal, but
Shit.
It's cool.
you have a month to catch up now, Trent.
Yeah.
You can do it, I believe.
Catch up on all the movies. Watch all the filler arcs in the anime.
No.
You don't have to watch any of that.
No, I know. I'm kidding.
You wouldn't want to. It's fun.
No, I was like, I had like a thought, like maybe I'll watch the filler in the anime, and I discovered that there's a second Foxy arc. I was like,
Oh,
fuck that.
yeah.
No.
Classic Foxy.
Yeah, truly.
Like, what? How are they making filler? They're in the drawing board room. They're like, let's fucking slap another Foxy arc before Annie's lobby.
No, it
Yeah.
has to be because Oda told them, I don't give a fuck what you do with this character.
Yeah, just do whatever you want.
It has
And
to
they're
be
like,
the only reason.
It'd
They're
be
like,
sick if they killed.
Canon character Foxy, let's go.
It'd be sick if they killed Foxy in the filler. That'd be
They
so
just, they
good.
just
That'd be
obliterate
crazy.
him.
2 characters die in one piece.
That would be
Foxy
insane.
and
The only 2 characters.
insert spoiler here.
Foxy's death had more impact, bro.
The only
Anime is
character they
better
kill in
because
One Piece.
Foxy dies.
Poor Foxy fans, just getting slammed on. But yeah, with that being said, I think that's the end of this episode. I can't think of anything off Dome. I don't know anything. Do we know what's lead next week?
Oh,
I swear we do. I'm stupid though. No brain.
I'm gonna try to find out.
Yeah, we'll look real quick.
Wasn't the rumor that it's gonna be Yozakura for the anime? The supposed
I swear
anime?
That's been a rumor for like.
But that's been the rumor for
3
like the past 2 months.
Yeah.
Trying to find out. I feel like we should
Oh,
know. The day comes out in 5 days.
Blue Box. What are we on? 40. Oh no, Blue Box apparently is going to be getting 44. I'm just trying to see what 43 is. Is anyone talking about which one 43 is going to be?
Let me see if I can find it by just a
By
second.
Clover.
Oh, great! My Hero Academia.
Oh, awesome. That's why they put it in third. I guarantee it. I guarantee
Dude,
it.
that's some shady backdoor dealing right there. That's kind of fucked.
They're like, oh, it's doing bad. Give it a cover. Give it a cover.
That's actually kind of fucked.
Yeah.
That is messed up.
Oh, because the anime season 6. That's why.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's right.
Man, give Bleach a couple.
Which also they I saw a promo image for season 6 and it spoiled a bunch of shit. I was like, oh, okay. Like
Like what?
I don't know,
Oh,
some like
I guess we can't
Shigaraki's
really talk on it.
design. So I was like, oh.
Oh.
I was like, cool. All right. But yeah, with that being said, we'll close out the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in Weekly Shonen Jump issue 43.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord.
Discord.
Come to
Discord.
Discord. Jump with us. Bye.
Goodbye.